When it comes to the Ra's al Ghul family, it's just nothing but conflict. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on issue 10 of Robin. Or wait, is that issue 9? No, issue 10. What am I saying here? I get so confused these days, but hey, all's the same here, guys. And this issue, a great issue to make us learn a little bit more about the Ra's al Ghul family history, or in a sense, what this cover shows, the family tree. Excluding Batman, we'll be getting to him later on in the Shadow War arc. All's the same, though. This issue here really takes us into the history dive between Ra's al Ghul and his mother, as for what appears to be Robin in last issue, looking like he went through time and learning a little more about his grandmother, or great grandmother as it were, Mother Soul, and her history with this so-called demon, what made it all connect into what became the Lazarus tournament and everything, and all of her intentions, and most of all, the history and relationship she has with her son, Ra's al Ghul. So, as we ran into this first the first few pages of it, it was showing her she's all about worshiping this demon here and having faith that he is the one that will guide them all and everything. But while she may have that opinion, her son, Ra's al Ghul, believes in none of that and instead believes in science. In other words, they walk different paths of beliefs and everything. And yeah, you can find that in families. We all have different sorts of beliefs. It can kind of conflict with us and stuff. But hey, in the end, some of us in family find a way to just learn to respect them, even if we're not very fond of it and stuff. Well, not for this family. This family's all about, you need to have my beliefs and you need to go with them, or else we are enemies and stuff like that. Oh man, it's just ridiculous. That's all I'll tell you. It's crazy here. But either way, as we are seeing here, we see on even though they had that sort of thing, he loved his mother, as we're seeing her die. And yeah, we are seeing her die. And yes, Robin is seeing all of this. But the one thing you need to know is they're not necessarily going through time. Instead, it's more like how's the best way to put it? You know what? This bitch right here will show you. Because look, she died, but then she got back up. This is because while he is in the past, Robin is, it's mostly because he's inside Mother Soul's mind. Yes, he's inside Mother Soul's mind, and they are basically using the sands of time where he's in her head and they're looking at the past and stuff, as it is shown right here, as he is knocked out in the present time, and then there's a meditating spot that Mother Soul is in, and it's through this that she and Damien are seeing through her history. In this history, we are learning all about Ra's al Ghul and how he came to be known. First off, with what he does, from all his history with science and stuff, and his issues and anger for the so-called demon that his mother had faith in, because yes, his mother did die at that point that we saw, and he blames this so-called demon what caused it. Sure, he still stuck to his science, and it's through that science that he created the Lazarus pit, but he also wanted to get rid of this demon that his mother worshipped so much. And this is actually, after doing that, after going through the journey of killing all that represented that, this is how we learn that's how he got his name. Yes, by doing that and going by Ra's al Ghul and taking on a new name, the Demon's Head, to represent how he completely destroyed the demon. And after which, what did he decide to do? For the first thing he decided to do was bring back his mother, Mother Soul, through the Lazarus pit. He thought this would help her, cleanse her of her so-called beliefs and stuff. Oh, but no, it made her have more faith and belief in him, and believing that a bigger thing was coming, and this demon is the one to do it. But to do it, they need to destroy the world in order for it to be reborn and stuff like that. Crazy stuff, huh? Very crazy. But this is where it gets into a very interesting spot here and stuff. Now, sure, he still Ra's al Ghul still was disappointed in that and stuff, but this was his mother, and he still wanted her to be part of his journey. This is where we're actually given this panel right here. This panel right here shows us about the league of the history of not just the League of Shadows, but the Assassins and the Lazarus. So the League of Shadows were to help him or go around the world to change it. Because if there's one thing that Mother Soul and Ra's al Ghul have in common, is that they want to change the world. They want to make it better. And yes, the League of Assassins were used to kill anyone who were discovering their plans and stop them from getting to him, while the League of Lazarus was used to put the Lazarus Pit in specific locations that best suits him and stuff. But eventually, but this is where eventually we're told that while he may have resurrected his mother, in the end, as you guys know, Ra's al Ghul really only cares to use the pit for himself. On rare occasions will you see him use the pit for other people, but he also but his mother also wanted to, and this is where it led into war between the Shadows, the Assassins versus Mother Soul and the League of Lazarus, because people in the League of Lazarus were more believing in Mother Soul's belief of this demon, while instead of following Ra's al Ghul and his science. Because all this time throughout that journey, Ra's al Ghul wanted to make his mother understand that science is the best way to go about things, and the science with how he made the Lazarus Pit. But unfortunately, that didn't work. But hey, this war didn't last too long. But unfortunately, because this was his mother, Ra's al Ghul could not kill her. So instead, he decided to do something that no doubt took his mother by surprise, and was like, I wouldn't say for me, it took me by surprise. All I'll say is desperate times, desperate measures, as he ended up using a spell book, the exact spell book that's been a plot device throughout this first arc of the Robin series, of the Robin arc and the Lazarus tournament arc. Yes, he used this spell to put a magic spell on his mother. This spell would be allowing his mother to stay on the island that became the place for the Lazarus tournament at Island. And it's there throughout all that time. While she didn't know much about the spell at first, over time she knew about it and learned of what she could do to make it better. And this is how we learn of what the Lazarus Pit would be able to do. And instead of resurrecting the dead, since people are alive, it would be used to gain strength for this demon and everything. All this is going on because she's pretty much trying to show it to her great grandson to make him understand that no matter what, he is part of this. He is part of the demon, and he's just basically, I guess, trying to get his son, her great grandson Damien, to see things her way so she can help him in getting revenge on Ra's, as it were. Well, I don't know about revenge on Ra's or everything, but too bad for her. Even though I love this art, especially most of these full page spread arts that were shown here, always love the art on these guys, is that nope, none of this was affecting Damien at all, because he just used this with his usual detective skills and everything he learned from Batman to make him do what he came to Lazarus Pit, the Lazarus Island, to do, and that stopped Mother Soul. After figuring out what she wanted, it was just bang, bang, wham, wham, right inside her head, all to break that meditation connection that she had with him. Oh, and yeah, it would all seem like things, but you know what? Before I go there, this is where it led into something interesting. I want to read this off of here. So, starting off where it said, your victory today will be short lived, my great grandson. My demon might have fallen, but the demon still lives on in your blood. And here comes Damien saying, all this is what proved a point of Ra's al Ghul. I mean, oh yeah, excuse me. I said all of this to what? Prove a point to Ra's al Ghul? And this is where something she says really hits Damien hard. And that's what Mother Soul says in saying, I would do anything for my son. Can you say the same for your mother or your father? Oh, that hit hard, because Damien really couldn't answer that. Because yeah, when it comes to Batman and Talia, they can't say they've done everything for him. for him, for Damian. Sure, they love him, but it's in a very weird way, messed up way for both Talia and Batman and stuff. But they still love him. They don't have their best moments to show it, especially Talia. Batman and Damian, they do have some moments here and there, but even still, all's the same. Batman and Talia then haven't really done, would say, be the best of parents. We can even say Mother Soul beats the both of them at it. In a way, let's just face it though, when it comes to the Batman family, Bruce Wayne and the Ra's al Ghul family, things are just really messed up with their emotions and relationships and stuff. All's the same though, after having all this conversation, we are being paid a visit by none other than Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul, who have arrived to finish what Ra's al Ghul started all those years ago, and that's defeat his mother. So guys, this issue, all I gotta say is, whoa, yikes, crazy, crazy, crazy. This just once again always reminds me of the very, excuse my language when I say, fucked up relationship and family history with the whole Ra's al Ghul family, the sense of love they have for each other, all that stuff. It just makes my brain hurt, but this is what makes the comic so great, as Damian's learning of his history from the Ra's al Ghul side, and I gotta wonder what's gonna come now once this arc ends, and here we come into the Shadow arc, as this will allow Damian to meet up with his father, Batman, and no doubt Batman meeting back up with Talia and Ra's for that matter, and seeing how much after what Damian's learned, will this impact with his family? First with his mother, his father, his grandfather. I don't know. All I know is I'm very interested and I can't wait for it. But that'll be all for today, guys. And if you enjoy my videos, all I gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye.